Okay, voice level 0, please. We're about to start. Good afternoon and welcome to our first 6th grade awards assembly. I'm Principal Scott Hine and I'm honored today to welcome our parents back. First of all, we were talking this morning at our 5th grade assemblies that this is the first day we've had parents in our school since November 11th, 2019. We've had a couple back to school nights. Some of you have been able to come to class parties, but I found out it's 918 days since we've had parents in a program. So parents, welcome. Let's give our parents a hand. Thanks for being here with us today. Both in person and online, we're glad you are here. So at Lakeview, we love this one. It's one of our very favorite things to do, celebrating student success. And I think you'll see today that we not only celebrate great achievements in academics, but it's very important to us parents that we recognize growth, improvement, effort, citizenship. You're going to hear special awards that maybe weren't traditional awards that we might have gotten when we were in school. But we want to celebrate students who have shown something special. And some of them were ones who got the highest score on something, or maybe had some of the best grades, but many are not. Many are students who, again, did something else to shine. Our teachers will describe what that is. So I encourage you to listen to their words as we celebrate specifically what accomplishments students made. So we're going to start with our subject awards, and so our teachers, and it's a challenging task for them, I know. They have to pick students who excel in the subject that they teach. And it isn't always, again, the highest score. It might be a student who showed extra interest in that subject or made a sudden growth in that area. Maybe they did something that just caught the teacher's eye. So they'll tell you why they chose the students for those awards. But our first awards are outstanding students in each core subject. So students, let me tell you how this is going to work, because some of you may be surprised when you get called down here. So I want you to know what to do. If you get called down for a certificate today, you're going to come right on down and get back on screen here. People are wondering where I went. All right, so you're going to come down here, and your teacher's at the podium. And as you get up here, Mrs. Mann or Mrs. Conklin will hand you your certificate. You have a big smile on your face because you've got a certificate. Mom and Dad might be watching online or here in person taking a picture. You will shake my hand, Mrs. Frame's hand, because we want to congratulate you. And then you will just stand just to Mrs. Frame and my left, right about where this blue line is, and hold your certificate up. And then each other winner that is called will stand next to you for that same award, because there will be multiple students who win that award. And then parents, as every student after they are called, then we will take a moment to pause, the teachers say, and that's all of our outstanding science students. And then we will do a round of applause for them. Parents, it's a great time. We'll have them hold their certificates and smile real big for you. And that's why you are seated right here. The prime photo spot for our winners right here. So that's a great opportunity to film them coming across. All right. And then after we smile for a few seconds, give you a chance to take pictures, we'll send that group back. And then the next teacher will come up to present. All right. Did I forget anything? All right. So I think we are ready to go. And we're going to start with Mr. Griswold and our Geography Awards.
All right, first off, my name is Mr. Griswold. I am Part 2 Geography teacher, and I just want to say that it's been an honor and a privilege having your student and all you students in class this year. It's been an awesome year. It's been a lot of fun as we learned about the Western Hemisphere. Hopefully you guys just didn't learn about geography, but you also learned maybe a little bit more about how to be good citizens and good people and respect, how to respect your parents, how to respect each other, respect yourself. So this first set of awards, outstanding students, these are the students who did an awesome job throughout the year in geography class itself, with the geography curriculum and stuff like that we did in class. So I'm just going to go hour by hour. So the first hour, outstanding student is Mr. Jacob Graham. All right, second hour. This guy again just did an awesome job, geography-wise throughout the course of the entire year, and that's none other than Mr. Boston Martin. Then third hour, this young lady was amazing, and she just did an outstanding job as well, and it's been none other than Miss Brooke Griffin. Okay, and then last but not least, fifth hour. This guy just did an awesome job, geography-wise. He always went above and beyond what was asked, what was expected of him, and that is none other than Mr. Jackson Williams. All right, so this is sixth grade outstanding students, geography, part 2. So now I'm going to hand it over to Ms. Patrick, who's going to do outstanding students for math.
Like I said, I'm Miss Patrick. I teach math. They've been all right. They're a great group. They really grew a lot in math when we took our benchmarks this last quarter. I was really proud of all of them. Some of them grew like 2 years worth of time, which is awesome because we had not so normal years in the beginning. Like Mr. Ham was talking about, not having parents in the building and stuff like that. So they just took this year and they grew a lot. So my first one for outstanding student in first hour goes to Kason Jones. Second hour, Dirk DeKinder. Third hour, Chloe 6. And last will be fifth hour, Ariel Foha. They just did an outstanding job in math every single day. I could count on those 4 in classes to, if somebody didn't know the answer, one of these 4 did, so. Next you have Miss Stewart with English outstanding students.
Awesome. Good afternoon. Welcome, parents. It is good to actually lay eyes on some of you. It is great to have you guys in the building. It really is. So I am Mrs. Stewart, and I teach ELA. Some of my students' absolute favorite subjects I know is reading. Sometimes it does feel like pulling teeth at this age, but honestly, your kids have worked really hard. Every single day, every single ISIP that they've taken every month, they put their mind over their wants, which is not reading, it's not stamina sometimes, and so I've been really proud of how hard they have worked. Okay, to start off with, for outstanding English student in my first hour is Dirk DeKinder. And I just want to say some of these were extremely hard to calculate. I have so many students who just work incredibly hard at their grades and every single day. Second hour is Chloe 6th. Third hour is Jackson Williams. And fifth hour is Forrest Armstrong. Let's give a round of applause for English outstanding students. Great job, guys. Keep reading. All right, next is Miss Ledford with Science Outstanding Awards.
Good afternoon. Like she said, it is really nice to see you guys here in the building with us. We did some reflections in class today, and we kind of talked about some of the favorite things that we did this year in science, and I know microscopes and some of the experiments and hands-on things that we did were some of our favorites. So I know that they had a lot of fun. Although I know science is not everyone's favorite, they still showed up every day and were ready to learn. So for my most outstanding science students for first hour, Forrest Armstrong. For my second hour, Jackson Williams. Third hour, Kennedy Shockley. And last but certainly not least, my fifth hour outstanding student goes to Marcus Buffalo Head. Great job, guys. Way to show effort in science. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Ms. Baker, who's going to be presenting some awards for electives.
Good afternoon. Here we go. Starting off with first off, here we go for Outstanding Technology Award. Looks like it is Carly Thacker. Next is Eli Agee. Come on up. And that is our Technology Award. Both of them. All right, for Musical Award, we have several. We have a 7th hour, which is Explorations in Music Award, and that goes to first semester Viv Davis. And in choir, female, Avery Nelson. And in choir, male award, Jade Beaver. Explorations in Music Award, 2nd semester, Brooke Griffith. Okay. biology, and in music. And for gifted awards from Ms. Croft, here we go. John Ryland Howard. And Hannah Matthew. And let's go on to PE awards. Leif Garner. And Harrison Pointer for STEM award, thank you. And again, that's for STEM award. Forgot to say that. All right. Congratulations. All right, have a seat. All right, one last group. This group have worked all year long with me every day, and they also participated in a regional honor choir concert back in January. And they're the following students. Please make your way here. Gracie Box. Sophie Clark. Elijah Davis. Kenzie Driley. Austin Harden. Lauren Johnson. Caleb McCalmont. Avery Nelson. And Kennedy Shockley. All right, this is Pod 2 Circle of Statement Songs. 6th grade participants this year. Congratulations. All right, be seated, please. Mrs. Frame is next.
Thank you, Mrs. Baker. Okay, so the next few awards are based on iStations and Imagine Math. So in Yukon, we use iStations to track reading progress and Imagine Math to track math progress. So Mrs. Stewart is going to announce the students in iStations that had the most growth, and Ms. Patrick is going to announce the students that had the most lessons passed in Imagine Math, and also had the most improved quantile in Imagine Math. Ms. Stewart?
All right, so every single month, at the first of the month, your students are expected to sit for 30 to 40 minutes, reading, vocab, spelling, and they have done an awesome job. It is really hard to sit down, have enough stamina to focus on what they need to, but I have seen awesome growth and awesome effort this year, and so it was hard to even just pick these that we did pick, because so many of you have showed growth, so pat yourselves on the back. You guys have done a great job with ISEP this year. All right, so most growth in ISEP is Natalia Valdez. Elizabeth Cowan. Hannah Matthew, who is not with us today. Matthew Eckert. Gabriella De La Mar. and Chloe Conklin. One more round of applause for these hard workers. Next is Mrs. Patrick for Imagine Math Awards.
Like Ms. Frame said, this will go to my students who had the most lessons passed. Those are those students that I'll go over first. And these lessons passed would be on their own time, or they would be during the class time, like Ms. Stewart was talking about. They have 30 minutes every Tuesday to work on Imagine Math, and that's just them themselves trying to push themselves on that program and pass as many lessons as they can. So our Forrest Armstrong passed 47 lessons. Second one, Boston Harden also passed 47 lessons. Then we jump up some. So Ariel Thoha, she passed 74 lessons. And then our top, and I did these out of the pod, so they weren't necessarily by my hours. I said whoever had the most deserves to have their award. So the one who had the most lessons passed in the whole pod was Dirk DeKinder with 117. Good job, Dirk. Like I said, they worked really hard in Imagine Math. I don't know if you heard, but they pied me in the face last week from all the points that they earned. So as a pod, they earned almost 500,000 points on Imagine Math collectively. They earned themselves about 4 awards throughout the whole year, and then the big one was they pied me in the face last week. So we've got 4 that grew the most, had the most growth from August until we just took it just recently. So we have Sophie Clark with 355 points growth. Next, you have Ben Davis, who grew 360 points. Next, you had Kaylee McCalmont with 365. And the top growth goes to Isaiah Doer with 510 points growth. All right, those are our Imagine Math Awards, most lessons passed and most growth. And then back to you, Mrs. Frame.
Thank you, Mrs. Patrick. So the next award is one of my favorites. It's the Most Improved Award. This improvement can be in any area, so there's not a set criteria. The teacher got to choose who they wanted to award based on an improvement. So this can be based on academic need overall. It can be improvement in effort, behavior, attendance, any area that the teacher saw fit. We'll start with Mr. Griswold.
All right, so as Ms. Frame said, Most Improved Student Awards, it's not always how you start out, but it's what? How you end, how you end up, that's right. All right, so first hour, this guy, he improved a lot, not only subject-wise, but attitude-wise, and he actually was one of those that sometimes if some of the students weren't focused or they weren't necessarily doing what they were supposed to do, he would actually step up and tell them, hey, we need to focus, we need to do the right thing, we need to make the right choice. And to me, that means a lot whenever you have students that are telling other students to do the right thing. That speaks a lot on leadership. And so for my first hour, my most improved student this year, Spencer Spitzy Witzy Collins. All right, my second hour. This guy, he did a pretty good job all year. School-wise, as far as the curriculum and subject-wise and stuff like that. But he was also one of those who stood up. He was a classroom leader. Although lately, I've been having to get on to him a little bit more than normal. But good thing these awards were already sent out, right? So. This one is none other than Mr. Scotty Tuhati, Reverend Scott. All right, my third hour, most improved student, every day, when this young lady would walk in the door, she would always show me a new piece of artwork. Most of the time it was a dragon that she had drawn, but she it didn't always come easy to her geography-wise, but she always did her best. She never gave up. She always had the right behavior. She always had resilience, perseverance, and she always pushed through to the end to become successful, and she was. And I hope, honest to God, her life's path may not be geography, but I do hope that she does keep up with art, because if you guys haven't seen her artwork, it's amazing. And graphic design, anything like that, I can tell is going to be her future path, and that's none other than Miss Sophie Clark. Okay, and last but not least, most improved student, geography, 5th hour. This young lady, at the beginning of the year, she was kind of hard to get to know. She was kind of a little introverted, kept things inside. It was kind of hard to, one of those kids, one of those students that was kind of hard to crack their shell or whatever and get to know them. But this second semester, towards Christmas and until now, she's really come around a lot, and she's an awesome kid with an awesome attitude, and I'm just really glad to have her in my class, and that's not only Miss Cadence Hawley. All right, so that's for outstanding students for my class, Geography Part 2. So now we're on to, once again, Miss Patrick, most outstanding, most improved students for math.
Mine are students that doesn't always come easy for everyone, and these students continue to work all year long, get better. Grades continue to get better. They were always in my class trying hard, doing their best. So my first one is, for first hour, is Chloe Conklin. Second hour, Elizabeth Cohen. Third hour, Allison Matamoros. And then fifth hour, Gabby Delmar. all of my most improved math students. Next up, you have Miss Stewart. Yeah, Miss Stewart.
Okay, so we are going to do outstanding students for English. Most improved, I am so sorry. I'm like looking at a lot of words here, so I want to make sure I do the right thing. Okay, so my first hour most improved is Mr. D'Angelo Burgess. For my second hour most improved is Talia Mora. Third hour most improved is London Homier. And last but not least, getting an award today, Elijah Peters. All right, they worked extremely hard, and I'm so proud of all of them. Give them a round of applause. Up next, Ms. Ludford for Science most improved.
Right, so sixth grade science was a bit of a challenge this year. They started off on some new curriculum and they just put in a tremendous effort into what we were doing in class. So for my most improved student in first hour, Carson Gober. In my second hour, I have Miss Natalia Valdez. Next, for third hour, I have Natalie Smith. All right, and for my fifth hour, Miss Kenzie Driley. This group up here worked extremely hard throughout the whole year, and I'm very proud of their efforts. Let's give them another round of applause. All right, I'm going to pass it back to Mr. Ryan.
All right, it's just an example of what I was talking about. And I hope all students, whether you're holding a piece of paper or not, you think back to last week, last month, August, fifth grade. And I know that you can find something that you have improved on and grown. And sometimes in life we don't get a trophy or a certificate when we've made accomplishments, and we just have to look within and go, wow, I've come a long way. But I want to caution you. Something I've always tried to avoid is comparing myself to others. That can be a dangerous thing, just telling you as you grow up, that you start to wish that you had something somebody else has, that you scored as high as a friend did, or made as much growth as someone did, or got an accomplishment someone got. No. Just look at you. Look at how far you have come on something. And I know we have students here who have made tremendous gains this year that, again, may not be holding a certificate, but you've done a great job doing your very best. Maybe your best year for behavior. You struggled with that before, but you're having a great year at that. You struggled with reading, and it's been your best year yet. So feel good inside about that and use that to propel you next year in middle school. Something else that's important to us at Lakeview is character. It's very important to us that we instill in our students the right values of hard work, being kind to others, and contributing to the school community and our community as a whole. And one way we do that is right here on our wall. And parents, you haven't been in here, but we have our 5 character traits that we are our Miller 5 that we are always striving towards: ready, respectful, responsible, resilient, relational. And we believe that at Lakeview and everywhere else, any positive choice or negative choice our kids make can pretty much be tied to one of those words. You know, if I was really kind and welcoming to a new student at school and I invited them to join us on the playground, I was super relational. If I talk back to my mom, not very relational, and I'm not very respectful, you know? Both are examples of positive and negative things, but we can tie everything back. So you'll often hear our teachers and staff complimenting students or reminding students, hey, way to be relational. That was phenomenal. I love how Group 4 is ready to work today. That's fantastic. And so we want to take a moment to celebrate students who have best demonstrated these Miller 5 character traits. And so each teacher is going to present character awards for those, and then I think we have one of the most special awards of all today, and that is the Miller 5 Award. And that's a student that not only does 1, not 2, not 3, but they best show all 5 of the Miller 5 traits. So students, if you are called up here in the next few minutes, I really want you to feel proud about that, because your teachers, I know, had a hard time picking who best represent those things. There's a lot of kids in Pod 2. And so if you get to stand up here, that means your teachers really saw something special in you this year. So starting off with our Miller 5 Awards, Mr. Griswold, come on up.
All right, so we'll start with just the individual Miller 5 awards themselves, Miller 5 overall. Okay, so my respectful award, she was always very, very respectful, not only to me, but to her classmates as well. Unfortunately, she's not here today, but that's none other than Miss Hannah Matthew. My responsible award, this young lady was very, very responsible. She took care of her business, and she had a group of friends, group of students at her where she was sitting at. Sometimes she was kind of the leader of that group, and she would kind of redirect them and help them focus and help them with their work and all that kind of stuff as well. Because in my class, we did a whole lot of like group work and student-led learning and stuff like that. And that's none other than Miss Allie Trendle. All right, and my resilient award, resilience, same thing as perseverance to me. Somebody who, even when things are tough, they never give up, they do their best, they work their hardest to be successful. And for me, that award goes to none other than Miss Riley Carter. Okay, and then my Ray award, this guy's in my 5th hour, and sometimes we get back from picking him up outside at recess, and this guy, he would actually be ready to work faster than I was. So that's he was like, what are we doing today? What's the university? Stuff like that. So that's Mr. Cloud Ackerman. Okay, and then my relational award, this young lady, I always had such a great time having her in my class. It was an honor. It was a lot of fun. we would always joke back and forth, and she was always, it didn't always come the easiest to her in class, but she was always willing to accept help. A lot of times in 6th grade, some of the students sometimes are afraid to ask for help. And this one, she always asked for help. And not only did she ask for help, but when she did understand something, she always helped those around her as well. And it was just an honor having her in class. She's very, very relational, and that's none other than Miss Kennedy Shotley. Then the last but not least is my Miller 5 Award. I guess, as Mr. Hines said, a culmination of all 5 of the 5 artists, and that is none other than Miss Avery Nelson. I just wanted to end my comments just by saying that so many of you guys, as Mr. Hine was saying, so many of you guys deserve rewards, and there's not enough rewards for us to hand out to you. But every one of my students, every one of you guys, I'm very, very proud of you. I'm very happy to have been your teacher this year, and hopefully you guys had as good enough time, as good a time in my class as I did having you in class. So, with that being said, bring up Miss Patrick for the Miller 5 Awards.
Like Mr. Griswold was saying, I choose Pod 2 every day. All day, every day, Pod 2 is who I would choose. Because you guys make coming to work every day awesome. So, even though you're not holding anything, I choose you every day. Because you're awesome. Respectful for my award is Gracie Box. Responsible is going to go to Lauren Johnson. My Resilient Award, who a lot of teachers in the pod agreed with, was Addison Brown. Ready Award, another Addison Fitton. My last one's in a Relational Award. I just now noticed that I gave 4 girls an award, but I do have one boy, Jacob Graham for my relational. And then I have one more, my Miller 5, just like Mr. Griswold said, just kind of all of it, all in one package. Ryland Morton. My Miller 5 awards, those 6. And then on to Ms. Stewart.
No way.
Okay, so I'll do my Miller 5 awards. I just want to say these are really special awards to me, especially going into adolescence. It is great that you're a better reader, you're a better writer when you're in my classroom, but I hope that you're a better person. I hope you're starting to learn more about yourself, that you're learning to respect those around you, that you are learning to be responsible for your grades and your life and your choices that you make. And so these students exemplify these things. So I'm going to start with my Respectful Award, and this is someone who would not dare talk back to me, extremely kind, and just always respectful to people around him, and that is Mr. Leif Garner. All right, for my Responsible Award, I never had to worry about this girl having her stuff done or being prepared, and that is Ariel Boha.
middle.
All right, resiliency. I honestly could give this to a lot of students because over the last couple of years, the students have had to be resilient, and they are. I sometimes look around at myself or other adults or coworkers, and I'm like, you guys can do this. But kids are like, yeah, no problem, we've got this, and they have pushed themselves so hard over the last couple of years to just thrive in situations that are unfortunate for us all. So I could give this award to a lot of students, but I am giving my Resilient Award to Kaylee McGalmont. All right, and my Relational Award, skipping around here. I skipped one. All right, my Ready Award goes to someone who's always prepared to work, always prepared to learn, and that is Mr. Dirk Tikender. All right, in my Relational Award, someone who not only has a lot of friends, but is super kind to them and is always looking for ways to be a better friend and extremely kind to those adults around him, and that is Jace Young. All right, and then my Miller 5 Award, the way I kind of calculated this is just as someone who I can always count on to do what's right. And honestly, it is hard sometimes, especially at 11 and 12 years old, to make the right choices. And not that this person is perfect by any means, but someone who just constantly strives to do their best, and that is Boston Martin. And I was lucky enough to have all of these students in my first hour. So they've been awesome all year long. Round of applause. All right, last but not least, Miss Ledford. Great job, guys.
All right, yes, as the other teachers have said, this was very challenging to decide, but I'll go ahead and get started with my relational award. This student, every time I look up, we meet eyes, and she has a smile on her face. She's kind to all her friends, always has a funny story to tell, and I appreciate that. Miss Aaliyah Busby. For my Ready Award, the student also, like I said, I'm standing up in the front of the room, the student is sat down, looking at me in the eye, ready to go, has pencil out, Chromebook out, whatever the case may be, Miss Zoe Hughes. For my Resiliency Award, this student has such a positive growth mindset and has showed tremendous growth throughout the year. Saturn Holt. For my Responsible Award, this student went out of their way at the beginning of the year. I said I was out of paper clips and I needed to go get some, and they showed up at my door one day and had a handful of them. So that's just one of my small stories I have about this student, but Brooke Griffin. And for the Respect Award, we talk a lot about this in my classroom. I always encourage students, be respectful to your peers. You never know what someone else might be going through. So we try and strive for empathy and things like that in the classroom. And this student is someone I've had other teachers come up and mention how kind or how respectful he was whenever they encountered that. So my Respectful Award goes to Jaden Beaver. And for my Miller 5 Award, it was very challenging to decide, but this student is kind of teachers to staff, to lunch attendants, to recess attendants, to bus drivers, and has really gone out of his way to show that this year. And that means my Miller 5 Award goes to Mr. Harrison Pointer. Great job, you guys. Let's give them another round of applause. Stand for picture. Awesome, thank you guys. I'm going to turn it over to Principal Hine.
Ms. Ledford. All right. Well, parents, once again, thank you so much for being here with us today. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles. Just really appreciate your support. It's a team effort. We haven't been able to be in person to do this, and so just know that our team recognizes the fact that, again, it is a team effort. We know you do a lot behind the scenes to support what we do, and we appreciate your trust in us in educating your child. This is a very hardworking team of teachers that invest so much every day in kids, but we know you add to that at home, and that's that collective effort is why we have so much success to celebrate today. So students, please give a hand to your parents if they're here. Give them a hand. Thank you for being here. And how about a hand for your amazing Pod 2 teachers? I'd like to thank Ms. Conklin and Mrs. Mann, our amazing school counselors who take care of these kids every day, academics and otherwise. Mrs. Frame, our amazing assistant principal, she got all these certificates ready, everything, all these went out, she did all this to get us ready today. So very grateful for the team effort, and again, thank you for joining us. Parents, if you do want, the stream of this is the links we sent out, that'll still be there. You can click on that link anytime and go back and rewatch your child receiving an award. Remember, that's there. And those who are online, thank you so much for joining us today. Students, we will dismiss by class, and your teachers will take you back to the pod, and then you will head out to 7th hour. But parents, feel free to intercept your child on the way out the door for a picture, a hug, a kiss, whatever you want to do. Show them how much you love and appreciate them. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.